Hi folks, Greg Marchand here with the TechNet Sales Academy, and a quick reminder as to what your August-September national promotion through TechNet Professional is. And not only are we going to talk about what that promotion is real quickly, but I'm going to talk to you about how you can utilize that promotion to grow your business. I don't want you to think of these quick videos as sales pitches. They're not. Does Advance want to sell more brake pads? Of course they do. But look, you know what? I make my living helping you. Advance makes their living helping you. So see this as, okay, how can I have a third-party promoter, Advance, help me with my marketing and my advertising? You see, these national promotions are useful tools that you can build your business around. You can grow your business. They affect other aspects of your business. And I want to help you pull all these pieces together so that you don't just see this as, oh, just something else I've got to do. No, it needs to become part of your regular marketing and advertising program. My clients come to me all the time and say, Greg, what should I be doing for advertising? Well, hey, you know what? You should be taking these national promotions that customers will become more aware of because there's national advertising around. There's other third-party advertising here. And there's cash back here that's not out of your pocket. Take these promotions and capitalize on them. All right, they're halfway done for you already. What's the program for August and September? It's a $20 prepaid Visa card back to the customer per axle, so they can get $20 back for the front axle if they purchase CarQuest Wherever Platinum Professional brake pads. They can get $20 back on the rear axle with the purchase of CarQuest Wherever Platinum Professional brake pads. And here's the great news. If they are a Synchrony Car Care customer, they can receive another $60 cash back for a total of $100 cash back. Now, you don't have to pay for that. That's not out of your pocket. This is a cashback program you can offer your customer. Now, some of you are thinking, yeah, what's $100? My customers don't care about $100. You know what? You're wrong. They do. Because $100 on a prepaid Visa card, look, that's part of a dinner out. It helps with Christmas. It helps with having to buy a birthday present. Maybe it helps just with a car repair. Okay, so don't underestimate the value of $100 cash back to your customer. Use this program. Now, how would you use the program? I'll tell you right now what I would do if I were you. I would create a free brake inspection program. Easy, easy, easy. I know you hate free. I get it. Calm down for a second and just listen. Customers love free, right? Now, you love free because you go to the grocery store and the guy's standing there with the crackers and the dip and passing those out. You're taking some of that, aren't you? You love free, your customers love free. But here's how you use free to your advantage as a TechNet Professional repair shop. You advertise a free brake inspection. You put it in your print ads. You put it on your website. You put promotional material in your waiting room. You use the promotional material that TechNet sent you about the brake promotion. You let people know that you're the home of the free brake inspection. Now, when they come in and they ask about the free brake inspection, or you can offer up a free brake inspection should the opportunity present, that's your door into the paid part. Okay? All your free brake inspection is this. And you're going to use this. You're going to create your form, either electronically or paper, whatever you're using. Your free brake inspection is a visual inspection. All right, it's just a visual inspection. We're going to put eyes on the car. We're going to see the best we can see without pulling the wheels off of it, and maybe we do a dip strip in the brake fluid reservoir. All right, but it gives us enough information that we then go back to the customer and we can sell them the full paid brake inspection. The full paid brake inspection is whatever you charge for it, $49.95, $89.95, whatever it may be. So the free portion just gets our eyes on the automobile. The paid portion is because, you know what, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, we see something that we think warrants further inspection. So for us to do the further inspection, we need to remove the wheels, remove the calipers, remove the rear drums if that's the case. Let's hope not. And take some measurements. We'll get you some photos of what's going on and do a more thorough inspection. It's going to cost you $89.95. Can we go ahead and do that? Okay, so we move from free brake inspection into a paid brake inspection. Now, the paid brake inspection is a full-on brake inspection. All right, so use your regular brake inspection form for that. Now, once the technician is finished with a full-on brake inspection and you build the estimate, now you've got a selling tool if you combine this TechNet Professional National Wherever brake pad promotion for August and September. Now you can go back to the customer and say, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, I've got good news. Our technician has completed the full brake inspection. They've identified what the concern is, and we know exactly what we need to do to get your car safe on the highway again. Here's what we need. Here's what we're recommending. And the good news is today, this month only, I can offer you $20 cash back on the front axle and the rear axle. Oh, and by the way, if you're a Synchrony Car Care customer, I can offer you another $60 cash back. So that's a total of $100 off this estimate. If you want to go ahead with these CarQuest Wherever Platinum Professional brake pads and you're a Synchrony Car Care customer. And by the way, that paid inspection, if you agree to do the work with us today, then I will take that $89.95 off your bill as well. So that's a total of almost $200 off of this estimate if you'd like us to go ahead and get started on this work. Well, boom, who's going to say no to that? Oh, and by the way, we have a 24-month, 24,000-mile nationwide warranty that we'll offer you with this free of charge just for having the work done with us today. Whoa, oh, and the roadside assistance program? Folks, nobody's going to say no to this. So take this promotion, combine it with the warranty, combine it with the roadside assistance, combine it with the high level of customer service you already have, and think about how you're going to better sell. Now, what you've got to do is you've got to make sure that your counter staff understands what the promotion is, understands what the promotional material is, how they can combine it, that it's $20 per axle and then the $60 for the Synchrony Car Care customers. All right, make sure they understand the nationwide warranty, but create a free brake inspection program that leads to the paid brake inspection that leads to a sale in combination with this cashback promotion. You see how this can help grow your business? It's a tremendous program. Now, in terms of getting the money, customers can apply online or they can apply via mail. They go to the technetprofessional.com website, go to the promotions tab, fill out the claim form, submit the claim, and then upload the documents that they want. They're going to want to see, at the very least, a copy of the invoice, right? And they're going to do the same thing if they want to mail this in. They fill the form out on technetprofessional.com. And listen, you know what I do? While I'm standing there at the counter with the customer, I take them right online, right there at the counter. I help them fill that out. I help them upload that document. I just provided a higher level of customer service. I guaranteed they're going to get their money in 6 to 8 weeks. And they went, how easy was that? They're going to love you for it. So help them get the money as well as help them save the money. If you need more information, a couple things you can do. Go to technetprofessional.com, check out the national promotion calendar. So not only can you see what this one is, but you can see anything additional and anything that's upcoming so that you can plan your advertising and marketing around it. Here's the other thing I want you to do. I want you to go to the Service Sales Academy app, and I want you to go to the sales training link on that app. And on May 23rd, we did a program on selling brakes and brake components. Go check out that video. Get your people dialed into selling brakes and brake components so that you can take full advantage of this promotion. All right, and then don't forget to use the TechNet website to show your customers how they can claim their money, show them what the national warranty looks like, show them how they can go check it out themselves so that they can better understand it. It'll help you as well as help them. All right, beginning today, you've got 2 months. And if you're watching this in August, you've got less than 2 months to utilize this program. I want you to see the program as part of your advertising and learn to take these promotions and build your programs around it. The beauty is the promotion may change, but the logistics around using these programs are going to become second nature to you, and your program will get better and better and better. Get your inspections in place. Learn your sales tools. Check out that video May 23rd. Use the Service Sales Academy app and use this promotion to sell brake jobs and grow your business, folks. Okay? Promotions tab on the website. Check it out, technetprofessional.com. Promotions. Go there, show your customers how they can get their money, help them fill it out, and use these promotions. All right? Thanks for watching, folks. Keep up the great work. Hi folks, Craig Marchand here. Welcome to another episode of the Virtual Instructor-Led Training Program brought to you by the TechNet Sales Academy. I want to talk in this presentation about selling shocks and struts. Shocks and struts are an awesome way of growing your business. And did you know that most customers never even have them replaced? like Monroe's gone to automotive graveyards, salvage yards, right? And they've looked at all the cars sitting in these yards, and they've realized most of these cars have the original equipment, shocks and struts on them. And yet the job has awesome gross profit in it for you, because your best technicians aren't usually the ones doing this. Your B and C levels, they're the ones that aren't being paid as much. And that drives up gross profit. And from my perspective, shock and strut replacement comes with a whole bunch of other stuff. You have to do an alignment. You may find steering components or other suspension components that are needed at the time you do these. Tires, brake, I mean, it's connected to all these things, literally and figuratively. So, can we easily show the customer the need for shocks and struts? Sure. We can show them what a leaky strut is. We can even take pictures today if you're using electronic inspection forms. We can show them bounce. We've got other visual tools. We've got virtual vehicle that we can use to show them. So, you know what? Let's sell more shocks and struts. Now, selling anything, I don't care what you're selling, you've got to remember the buying process. Go back and watch the videos on the buying process if you don't remember what this is. As a quick reminder, I'll tell you the 6 steps of the buying process, or 5 steps, I can't count today. The customer has to recognize the need. So, we've got need recognition in step 1. And then once they feel like they have a need, then they gather information on who can satisfy that need. Who's got what I need? Then, of the choices, do I understand the choices? What choices are there? What options do I have? Now, later, expensive, not expensive? Looks good, doesn't look so good? Quality? Of those alternatives, I'm going to choose one. That's my purchase decision. I'm going to make a purchase decision. And then I've got some post-purchase behavior. So really, when it comes to selling shocks and struts, you got to create need recognition. And once you have need recognition, everything else falls in place. Your tools for selling shocks and struts, number 1 tool is your courtesy inspection. Number 1 tool, courtesy inspection. Your technician should find the need for shocks and struts on the courtesy inspection. In terms of education, virtual vehicle is a tremendous tool. MAP standards are a really, really good tool. And then there's show and tell. We're going to walk the customer out and point to the leaky struts. Walk the customer out and bounce the vehicle and show them that it just keeps going. Okay? Let's sell shocks and struts then. What are we going to do? What's step 1 of the buying process? Step 1, need recognition, right? Oftentimes we don't sell shocks and struts because the customer doesn't feel the need for it. They don't perceive that my vehicle needs struts. You know, I get into one of the cars at home and I take off down the highway and I'm like, oh my word, this thing is horrible to drive. These struts are 200,000 miles. Oops, I'm guilty of that too. I had 200,000 miles on those struts and that car doesn't handle, it handles horribly, quite frankly. But you know what? You drive it every day, don't notice it. It's the old frog in boiling water thing, right? If we use virtual vehicle to demonstrate the effects that worn shocks or worn struts have on braking, let's just say, then maybe we can help the customer begin to understand, oh, that's what's going on. You can sometimes just sell from the courtesy inspection. If you're really good at presenting the courtesy inspection, if you've watched our video on presenting the courtesy inspection and you've practiced it and you've worked at it, you've focused on it, maybe you can sell shocks and struts just from the courtesy inspection. But you got to want to. You got to want to, and you got to create need recognition. Your job is to create need recognition. And to do that, you're going to have some visuals. I strongly recommend, as a TechNet professional, you use virtual vehicle. And enough of you aren't doing this. It's a tremendous tool, but enough of you are not using virtual vehicle. Or, look, if you're watching this and you don't have virtual vehicle, go check it out. Maybe you looked at it 5 years ago. Well, you know what? You're going to want it today. You can use word tracks. Mr. and Mrs. Smith, you may have noticed that when you corner, the vehicle leans more than it used to. Or that when you brake, you have a lot of nosedive on that car. You know, the front end of that car drops right down. Or remember when you mentioned the vehicle doesn't seem to brake as well as it used to? Well, you know what part of that is? So use your word tracks. Use these other tools. If you don't know what the customer might have noticed so that you can present some of these word tracks or use these tools to back up your word tracks, ask the technician. See if they can demonstrate it to you. So Johnny Technician, what would the customer notice if these things are really as bad as you say they are? How would I notice that if I'm driving the car? Well, a lot of nosedive or really leaning around corners, or maybe if they're really tuned into it, they'll notice it doesn't brake as well as it used to. Or they're standing next to the car and they jounce the car, and the car just, it should settle like in 1.5 bounces, but it goes more than that. That's something you can use to demonstrate to the customer. Or use virtual vehicle. They've got the beauty about virtual vehicle, folks, and I'll show you a demonstration of it in just a second, is that you can turn on the volume and they've got word tracks for you explaining what's going on. There's the video, the virtual video that's visual for the customer. And then if you really need it, there's the written piece that you can print out and hand the customer or email the customer. You can email them a link to virtual vehicle. So you're selling shocks and struts over the phone, email them a link. They can see it sitting right in their office. It's beautiful. Use it. Here's the virtual vehicle animation. So you can see in this animation, the vehicle's driving down the road. We click the button that says apply the brakes, and the video shows us what the vehicle's like when it applies the brakes. And if it's got worn shocks and struts, you can see the nosedive. So use this as a tool to help sell shocks and struts. You can also use map standards. And as a TechNet professional, you have the ability to go into the technetprofessional.com website, log in. If you don't know your login, give me a call. I'll help you with it. Use the forgot password link or call the helpful folks in Raleigh. Call Carolyn and get your login. Get logged into the technetprofessional.com website. Find the map standards, and you can use these to sell to the customer. They're a tremendous tool because it kind of lends transparency to your sales process, right? It talks about, what's the reason to repair or replace? Why am I recommending repairing this? Why am I recommending replacing this? And then it defines that. What is a recommendation? What is needed? What is recommended? What is suggested? And you can use this language to speak a common language to the customer. Show them that a third-party organization has supported this as a consumer protection product, if you will, and use it to sell. So check out the map standards. Great selling tool. Because look, your customers are savvy. They're used to Googling about anything these days. So help them do the research. Show them how they can go to the MAP website and see what kind of consumer protection that you are offering as a MAP certified shop. Now, you can get MAP certified real easy, and it's free as a TechNet Professional member. And we'll do that in a different program. Show them websites that are vetted. Use this Monroe website link. But show them where they can go to have somebody else say the same thing that you're saying. Because you know what? Sometimes that third-party affirmation is really, really important in the sales process. It makes them feel like you're being transparent. If they're kind of balking at it, or they're not really getting what you're saying, or they didn't really understand the virtual vehicle video, send them to this website. Let them go there on their own. And then maybe you don't get the sale today, but maybe you get it the next time they come in. Use all the tools that you have available. It doesn't take much time. Ask the customers, part of the selling process. Ask them for feedback. Would you like to see what I'm describing? Would you like to see the leak? Or use the photo and you can show it to them. And then you can ask them, I'd like to get this fixed for you. I'd like to make sure that your vehicle is braking properly and handling properly. Can I go ahead and get this done for you today? So you're asking for feedback, plus you're asking for the sale. Because you know what? Asking for the sale is the single best thing you can do when it comes to selling anything. Ask them if you can replace those shocks and struts. Ask if you can improve the braking and handling. Ask. So what if they say no? They say no thank you. You can learn from a no thank you. You can learn from, what am I going to do better next time? You know what? I'm going to do a better job demonstrating to them how the shocks and struts, when they're weak, when they're worn out, when they're leaking, affects the performance of the vehicle. Or, you know what, maybe next time I'm going to walk them out there and physically show them, even though I had a photo. You can learn from a no. Don't be afraid of getting no for an answer at all. But you know what? It'll always be no if you don't ask. So ask every time. Ask if you can replace those shocks and struts. Look, if they can't do it now, pre-schedule the next appointment. If they do say yes, suggest to them, you've made a great choice today. This is going to tremendously improve the handling of the vehicle, and it will improve the braking even though you may not even notice that. Use that courtesy inspection to set the sale up in the future if they're just not going to buy today. But if they do that, then pre-schedule the appointment. All right? But listen, shocks and struts are a great gross profit growth tool. So understand where your customers are seeing shocks and struts. You know, they see them in signs, your competitors. Know what your competitors are doing. Know what your competitors' advertising is like. Sell the complete repair. Don't just sell shocks and struts. Make sure you sell shocks and struts with the alignment. Has to be done. But you know what? When you do that alignment pre-inspection, bottom line is if you're doing your courtesy inspection well, then you're going to be able to sell shocks and struts, tie rod ends, alignments, tires, all of it together, maybe not all at once, but you're going to be able to sell it. And you're going to be able to sell the complete repair. Give your customers the knowledge they need to feel like they can make a decision. If they're not saying yes to you as part of the sales process, part of the buying process, I should say, then your sales process is not what it should be. Help them feel knowledgeable. Understand your unique selling points. Understand what makes your shop unique. If you know what your competitors are doing, and you know what makes your shop unique, then you should be able to sell more shocks and struts. Because look, nobody else is. So talk about it. Educate your customer and sell shocks and struts. Know how competitive you are, though. Know whose parts they're using, your competitors are using. What is the warranty they're offering? Is yours better? I'll bet it is. As a TechNet professional shop, your 3636 warranty, if you're paying for that, or your 2424 that comes with your membership, those are tremendous warranties. I strongly recommend the 3636 though, because it sets you above. And customers like that. They really, really do. It makes them feel warm and fuzzy. Be prepared to explain to your customer why you charge more. You know, sell on value. Sell on value because value is basically your unique selling points. The fact that you offer the warranty, the fact that you offer a roadside assistance program. Do you know what that warranty is? Do you know what the roadside assistance program is? Because I don't care what you're selling. You know, it's really important with shocks and struts. But if you don't know what it is, go to technetprofessional.com and check it out and get well versed in that warranty. Because it's really, really a fantastic selling tool. What else can you add to that? Qualified technicians. You've got a night drop. You've got shuttle service, loaner cars, rental cars. You can offer rides. Whatever it is, understand as part of your selling process what your unique selling points are, because it creates the value, right? And you always want to sell on value. Yeah, shocks and struts. All right, they're $90 over there and they're $150 over there, and no, you know what? If you want to truly sell shocks and struts, then pay attention to the 50,000 mile recommended replacement interval, which is what MAP recommends. At 50,000 miles, they should be replacing shocks and struts. Notice how they're using the automobile. Understand from your technicians how those shocks and struts affect handling, braking, and any other use of the vehicle. Understand your unique selling points. Understand why you sell the shocks and struts that you sell. What makes them good. What sets them above everybody else. And don't apologize for price, because you're selling on value. And that value is directly related to those unique selling points. Your warranty, your roadside assistance, the quality of your technicians, the fact that you offer better customer service than anybody else in town. All of these things apply to everything you sell. But they certainly apply to selling shocks and struts. It's a great opportunity, folks. It's out there for the taking, because you're not just selling shocks and struts. You're selling tires along with them. You're selling alignments along with them. You're selling undercar stuff along with them. Understand how those worn shocks and struts affect the rest of the systems. talk to your technicians. Do a training session. Call us, we'll do a training session for you. Understand how to demonstrate it to your customer. Know and use those selling tools as part of that demonstration. And remember the buying process. You're really trying to create need recognition here because it's not something they're really tuned into. But if you get really good at creating need recognition for shocks and struts, your gross profit's gonna increase. And your overall revenue is gonna increase, and that's gonna put more money in your pocket. Okay? So go sell more shocks and struts. If you ever have any questions, feel free to reach out for me. I'd be more than happy to get you better at doing it. All right? Until next time, folks, keep up the great job and never, ever stop learning.